Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now. Hello, hello. Hey now. Hey now and a hey now. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Line Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. And I got this camera all kind of screwed up over here. I don't know what's going on. This thing's okay. I think I got it. There we go. Is that? I'm just leaving it. Screw it, dude. Now I'll work on it in a minute for those of you watching on YouTube. I'm going to be sideways for a second. It's one of those days, man. It's one of those days. I've got, I got a new setup in here, which I'll explain here in a moment. And I'm hoping it'll work. I don't know if it's going to work, but maybe it's going to work. We'll see. But we'll find all that out after we bring you the one and only John Moore! There he is!
Shake that.
Wow, dude. Wow.
I know people have just been waiting for me to get out of my seat one more time and put my face up close to the mic and then miss my chair.
Oh, yeah.
I know
I've
people
been
are
waiting on
waiting.
that, too, actually.
Well, it's never going to happen again.
Dude, this thing right here. This is
1077 The X.
something terrible. Okay,
That looks pretty good if you get a little...
that looks kind of normal.
Okay. Oh, that looks good there. Okay. All right, now. I'll sit back. Okay, your head's...
A little bit,
Cut it a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. Or up a little bit.
Hold on.
That's it. Your head's cut off.
Oh, no. Gosh, this back part. Dude. It's this back part that keeps...
It's going to be a great next 4 hours.
Oh my
There you go.
Is that it? I gotta-
No. Isn't there a way like you can unscrew it and raise it up? Or
Well, the problem is, it's like when you try to raise it up, the back part of it kind of...
keeps it from going up anymore.
Well, it dislodges on the back, and then it starts going down.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fine. I'll just
Yeah,
try
I
to
tell you what,
back up
just
a
do
little
this
bit.
a little bit. Just scooch down a little bit, hunch over like an old man.
I think that's good.
No, that looks great.
I need to move it up because if I don't, I'm gonna get too close to the camera. Let's see.
Well, that's worse. You're going the wrong direction.
If I can get it turned this way.
Award-winning radio.
Does that look about right?
You know what? It's great.
That's gonna drive me nuts, by the way. Oh well, whatever.
Just make sure instead of if you leaning forward, if you want to say something passionate, lean back,
Yeah.
and then that will won't make your head disappear.
Anyway, not a good start. Not a good start today. Apparently, there's people here working on the AC,
Yes.
and I bought a yesterday at Costco. I bought a Vornado box fan, thinking that that might help because the air out in the hallway is actually cooler air. And so I'm like, I'll just take this bad boy and I'll put it out in the hallway, or I'll put it in the doorway.
Yeah, it's genius.
Suck some of that cold air in here. I can't tell if it's working yet or
It
not.
sounds kind of like an airplane engine when you first turned it on.
Well,
It was like, whoa.
can you hear it in my microphone? That's what I was worried about.
Well, you
can?
It actually sounds like you're in Air Force One.
Okay, so you can't hear it in the background.
No, I don't know because I have to have my door open, so I'm hearing it. From,
So we can tell.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all understand. I mean, I almost had a heat stroke yesterday. I
You
can't do
do.
that again.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was. I was on the. It was about the. It was towards the end of the 12 o'clock hour, and I was like, "Oh, bird, I'm fading."
Yeah.
I don't know. This stupid camera, dude. Hold
Oh
on.
my gosh.
I think I know the solution. I just gotta hold it back here.
There you go.
There's got to be a way to tighten.
Yeah, there should be. To make you feel better, if you want, I will mess mine up.
We'll just do both of ours.
Yeah, we'll be messed up together.
Let's
Okay.
see
All right,
if-
now when you sip. Yes.
You think that'll work?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be fine?
Yes.
I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch it anymore.
Yeah, don't. But don't let it, please, for gosh sakes, don't let it affect the show. If what happened to me yesterday doesn't affect the show, then that little thing shouldn't affect the show.
What happened to you yesterday? Oh, you're talking about after the show yesterday.
After the show, yes.
Yeah, so and maybe some of y'all are wondering why we didn't do a podcast last night. Well, we get a text about 30, 45 minutes before the
And
show
I'm sorry,
time.
it was laced with cursing. I'm sorry.
And John Bird was just in a full-blown panic meltdown that he had lost his wallet and go on and do the show without him. He just can't do it. He's got to find his wallet and everything
I'm
else.
out of gas.
He doesn't have any gas, and the end of the world is here and everything else. And I'm like, calm down. I said, I'm leaving my house now. I'm going to go to the station and look just to make sure it's not there. And even after that, I can leave the station and then come to you and pump you some gas and do whatever we need to do. You know, we'll make sure it's handled. Just get your cards canceled and, you know, whatever else has got to be done. I said, all that stuff can be replaced, you know. And I don't know if that actually calmed you down or not, but I tried.
It made me mad.
Did it?
Yeah. So I mean, it just, you know, it's frustrating because I've been doing some more deeper research into ADHD and some of the other things. And, you know, of course, that's one of them is that short-term memory blip. And that's when you lose something. And, you know, I'm dog sitting over at Megan and Seth's. And that, you know, if you've got routines and things, that kind of throws things off. But, you know, I mean, I looked everywhere and I went to my house to look. And I got there and it says 8 miles left in the tank, basically.
Yeah.
So fortunately, my buddy Hank was asleep upstairs because he works overnight. And so I texted him and didn't want to bother him. And, you know, whenever he saw it. And I asked him if I Venmo'd him $300 or, well, a little bit more to cover his, you know, to cover what he had to do. And could he go to the bank and get it and then give it to me so I would at least have cash. So, you know, I did it, and unfortunately, he woke up with a real bad headache. I could see he was just like,
I got a real bad headache. It's called John Bird.
yeah, really. And he came down, and he was like kind of, you know, stumbling, and I was like, man, Hank, yeah, I'm so sorry. I know I woke you up, and you know, and everything. He said, well, you know, it's a little rough to get up. I get, you know, this bad headache every now and then, but that's all right. That's all right. You know, Hank wasn't like rubbing it. That's just Hank, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, well, man, you know what? And he said, no, I got it. So, you know, being the millionaire I am, I said, look, I'm going to send you an extra $5.
Yeah. That was very kind of you, by the way.
No, but I mean, I made it, you know, worth his while. So I've got stuff temporarily, the card's cut off temporarily, but I got to get a new license, and I need to open up a savings account to transfer, but not with my bank, to transfer the money that I received. So I'm kind of worried, you know, I'm scared to have that in the account.
Yeah, you need to. I guess you're talking about the house money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just put it there until, because I mean, I know you want to get something new for just yourself, and obviously that's what that money needs to probably be used for. So put it somewhere separate so it doesn't get used.
Yeah. So I've found my accountant last week when I was there helped me find a bank that a savings account with no penalty for withdrawal for 4.25, and like the going rate around here is like 0.1.
Yeah.
So, he said, just set things up and you can do a direct transfer and just keep it there. So I'm in the process of trying to get that done, but now I've got this other stuff on top, that I got to take care of.
It ain't no thing. You can get that handled in no time.
Nothing but a thing.
You can get that. You can get all that knocked out in one afternoon. That ain't nothing.
Oh man, it's a crapshoot at the DMV.
Nah, it's not. It's not that bad. It won't be that bad. You've got your Social Security card and your birth certificate.
Yeah.
Most people go not having that, and so
plus we just did the title transfer of the vehicle, so they'll have.
Yeah, you're
going
to go up there, and they're probably going to remember you, and they're going to be like, "Oh, yeah, you seem like the type of guy that was going to lose your wallet." So I figured I'd see you again soon.
But I wanted to lose some more weight before I got my license. But everybody, is saying that the goatee makes me look thinner. So I'm going to do that and try and do that. Now, okay, people, listen, you can't see this, but Andrew, tell me if this makes me look a little thinner, okay?
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm sucking in my cheeks just a little bit and lowering my jaw.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's me regular. Mm-hmm. And here's me with this.
No, you look, kind of makes you look Indian.
Indian? Where does that come from?
Well, high cheekbones. You're sucking in, it makes your cheekbones go up.
I thought that was sexy, but...
No.
But I'll get it all. I'll get it all figured out, and I'm so excited. You know what I'm more excited for?
What's that?
Is that you guys have made the commitment to go to Biloxi, and I know they're going to have a sick fireworks display.
Yeah.
It's going to be so romantic. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. I think we're really going to go. I mean,
take lots of pictures and videos and stuff.
Well,
and
we're
do
gonna
selfies of y'all kissing and stuff.
Yeah, I'll try to get some video and stuff, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
to
don't make
stay.
it. No, don't worry about content. Just worry about love.
No, I mean I'm gonna take some videos and stuff, but I'm gonna try to stay off my phone as well as much as possible.
Yeah.
So,
very important. Very important. Only answer my text. Don't do anything else.
Trish is ADD as well, or ADHD or whatever.
But she's a lot. She's a lot calmer in her approach. Although we've talked, and we've got it pretty bad.
She's got it pretty bad to where if there's a moment of downtime, she's gonna grab her phone, which most of us do. So it'll be a battle, but we'll get it figured out. Yeah. All right, let's do a Hey Now roll call. Let's quick.
Do it.
Oh, I don't feel like I'm cooling off yet. By the way, it was super hot when I came in here, so I know.
Yeah,
Richard
give it a little time,
struggling.
maybe 45 minutes. I think you'll be okay.
But they do have some sort of AC crew here.
Yeah, they got that gigantic crane. I think they may have to replace it.
I don't know what they're doing, but these vents haven't worked in like a year and a half.
Oh, really?
It's been a long time.
Gosh.
Well, who knows if it's even connected to the ductwork anymore?
Yeah, well, mine works. It's just blowing out warm air, which is worse.
Oh, yours blows out warm air?
It blows out air, but it's warm.
Okay, well, at least the ductwork's there. That's good news.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go. Hey, now roll call. Who do we got first on the early birds? We got Trace, we've got Jeremiah, Jen, AJ, and that's it for the early birds, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, so that puts in the number one spot today. It's none other than, I dropped my megaphone, Jay.
Hey, Jay now.
All right, Jay, pick us a song. Tommy, number 2, Bumble Rumble, number 3. Then we got Mark and Kent, B-Rad, Rod, Tracy, Taylor, Woo. Neil, Scott, Gene, Woo. Sydney, Ricky. That'd be hell yeah, Ricky. David, Bo, Pete, Carrie, Hippie with the J's, Grumpy, Old Goat, the Slower Mower, Jesse, Sean, Boomer, Darren, Cherry, Rick, Heath, Lynn, Eddie, everybody, Houston, Bama, Phoenix, Steve and Brian, and everybody. Hello. All right, let's get it kicked off, man. Lots of stuff to talk about. Stuff from yesterday, new stuff today, lead up to the big 4th of July celebration, big 250, baby. All of that on this edition of The Line. Hang tight. People are going to think Jay is gay that he picked this song, but he didn't pick this song. Actually,
no, it's just you, this guy.
It's just me.
It's not bad. It's not good. Every now and then, it's good to have a.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was on the way to Costco and an Alanis Morissette song popped up, and I don't remember what it was, and it prompted me to then go to the Jagged Little Pill album. And I went through several of them, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this one on the playlist.
Andrew, you ought to know. Because that's a hit off the album.
That's awful. Mm.
Oh, man. You learn. I'm sorry. That's just.
That's all right.
It isn't ironic.
That's enough.
No, it's never.
Yeah, just get your mic off. All right, 205-545-9950. Hey, can I say real quick? I found this odd. So Dr. Jill Biden had put out a book. Remember when she was doing the big tour of different TV shows, and she was going around talking about, she'd never seen Joe in the shape he was during the debate with Trump, and what else did she say on that tour? She said he was perfectly fine. She said she was scared that he was having a stroke during the debate with Trump, but then took him to Waffle House right after the debate. It's kind of like that's not what you do with stroke victims. You don't take them to Waffle House. You take them to the ER. But whatever, Waffle House, ER, it's all the same thing. But anyway, she wrote a book, and that book, obviously, because Dr. Joe Biden is so incredibly popular, shot to number one on the New York Times bestseller list, and then it dropped down a little bit to number three, and then it just disappeared altogether. And the reason that that is noteworthy is because books on the New York Times bestseller list don't do that. They don't just go from a top spot to just disappearing, right? It kind of eases its way out of the top 25. And for some reason, Jill Biden's book just disappeared. Now, that raises some serious questions about actual sales numbers for the book. It it reinforces the idea that books like this one get boosted by bulk sales from political groups, or even the idea that the New York Times bestseller list is just completely made up and they just do it to push political narratives. Who knows? It says New York Post, Jill Biden's memoir's disappearance from the NYT bestseller list after debuting at the top raises questions about sales numbers. Former First Lady Jill Biden's memoir had a brief run atop the New York Times bestseller list before tumbling out of the rankings just weeks later, fueling online speculation that its lofty debut owed more to bulk book orders than to sustained reader demand. View from the East Wing was the name. It was published by Simon & Schuster's imprint Gallery Books. Debuted at number one on the New York Times hardcover nonfiction list on June 21st, with a dagger symbol indicating that retailers reported some bulk purchases. By the following week, it had slipped to number three and has since fallen off the list altogether. So how about that? So probably what's happening, and this is what it seems to be alluding to, is that political operatives, in order to put it on the bestseller list, just bought a bunch of them to boost the numbers. And then they're like, okay, we've done our duty. We're not buying anymore. And then it just dropped off the list altogether. But hey, at least she's a doctor, right? Anyway, 205-545-9950. Quick break. Coming back on the other side with more of the line right after this.
called arguably the greatest live guitar solo ever. I wouldn't say that, but I would put it definitely top 10. That cat, just the talent coming out of that man.
What's the top one for you?
Probably Django Reinhardt.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, he only had 7 fingers, but he's called the father of modern guitar.
The 7-finger phenom.
Yeah, he lost it in. But I mean, it's really hard to do because you can say jazz guitarist, you can say rock guitarist. The most innovative was going to have to be Eddie Van Halen, not just for his playing, but he changed the sound of the guitars. You know, Frankenstein, his first guitar, he wrapped like with tape to give it that look. And then he changed the pickups that he developed. I mean, he did all of this to it, even to the point where Gibson, contacted him. And this is a kid, in his bedroom doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So that I would say overall, not he covers all the bases, but as far as changing things, Django Reinhardt really helped change things. That's just my opinion.
Well, I'll take your opinion and I'll make it my opinion too.
Okay, that's fine. Les Paul is another one that changed the game.
I mean, I would also put up there like some Jimi Hendrix stuff, right? Like,
yes, I mean, I love some. I love
Voodoo
some
Child.
Hendrix. Yeah, I love some Hendrix. I don't quite put him in the same category, but for his time, he was so different.
Yeah,
it's like each of these people blazed their own trail that led to genres and styles.
Yeah.
So I would put him way up there, not just for playing, but he really worked using effects pedals. He worked on those, to get the different sounds that came out of the 60s.
From my generation, who made Jimi Hendrix famous? Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Because he came out with his intro. It was Voodoo Child. And we were like,
yep, I'd put Stevie Ray Vaughan in there. Whew, man, Stevie Ray Vaughan, when he his version of Voodoo Child, he's got a little wing. Oh, don't get me. I'm nerding out. Let's move on. I could talk this forever.
Joe Rogan put out a new podcast yesterday that I plan on listening to with Tommy Lee. He had Tommy Lee in the studio, and he was talking about buying oh gosh, I don't even know what kind of car it was, but Tommy Lee paid like $250,000 for it, and it was made by some, I don't know if it was a Ferrari. It was way back in the day he bought it, but it was like made by, I can't remember the guy's name. He's some French.
So it was a custom
deal thing. I don't know that it was custom, but there was probably only so many of them made, and they sent it to him, and he says he gets in there and he opens the spot where the stereo would be, and he's calling it a stereo at this point because, it's probably like the 70s or it's probably like the 80s. And he said there's no stereo in there. So he looks at the guy that delivered it, I guess the dealership or whatever.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, dude, where's the stereo at? And he's like, well, so-and-so that made this car, he believed that the music you should be listening to is the sound of the engine. So he didn't put it. He's like, dude, I just paid $250,000 for this car. I want a stereo.
Something's off there.
I was like, yeah, dude, I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, what do you mean? It doesn't even have a radio in it? Like, come on, dude. And then, another one I got to listen to, John Kennedy. Senator John Kennedy was on Theo Vaughn's podcast. Yes, dude.
Required listening, man.
Let me send you a clip real quick.
Yes.
Let's play it. John Kennedy was talking about what was he talking? He was talking about the left and the communist and all the stuff that's going on now and how dangerous and how they are so extreme that they even said Dr. Seuss and Mr. Potato Head are racist. And Theo Vaughn looks at him all puzzled. He's like, wait a minute. Isn't Mr. Potato Head mixed anyway? He's like, how can Mr. Potato Head be racist? I just did it your way. See if you can See if you can grab that.
All right.
It's hilarious. I can't wait to watch the whole thing, but I love a good Theo Vaughn podcast. They're just the absolute best. He's
Yeah, I
so
tell you what, it
funny.
doesn't get any more real than him. He just lays it out there about himself or whoever.
He's just got a good gimmick going on, man. He's like, and he's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like he is who he is, and doesn't change. I actually like his podcast better than I like his stand-up shows. Me and Peyton went to Tuscaloosa and watched him live one time, and it was, it was okay. I wasn't in love with the stand-up. I just think he's better off in a controlled setting like a podcast studio.
Yeah, well, he's so riddled with ADHD and everything else that
Yeah.
being in a controlled environment is probably best for him.
Anyway, here's a clip of Theo Vaughn with Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana on his podcast.
Senator Bernie Sanders, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, Mayor Mamdani, and Mayor of New York, Mr. Graham Plattner, who's running for Senate in Maine. They are socialists. They believe in a government-run economy. They believe that, my words, not theirs, you should send all your money and all of your freedom to them, and they can make decisions for you. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I believe in free enterprise. I think free enterprise has done more to lift people out of poverty than all the social programs put together. They believe in defunding the police. They were behind all of that. They believe that cops are a bigger problem than criminals. They believe in defunding ICE. They believe that I know some of them that they think all white people are racist. I know some of them that they think Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Zeus and Mr. Potato Head are all racist.
Yeah. Dude, to say Mr. Potato Head is racist, bring him up. He's mixed, isn't he?
I mean, I don't believe.
I mean,
that.
he's half russet.
I don't think
Dude, hold on.
well, yeah,
Let me-
there's Mr. Potato Head.
Bro, and look, first of all, look at the second Mr. Potato Head. Look at Mr. Potato Head.
I just remember
That
when
guy,
they,
you tell
show
him.
the first Mr. Potato
Okay,
Head.
bring out your first one.
That was the one they got mad at. No,
Even
there
him.
was another one.
Bro, what are you talking about? Steve Harvey played him too?
Look at the one in the middle on the second row.
He gets all the roles.
They got
Oh,
mad.
dude.
They said the creators of Mr. Potato Head were racist.
Oh, come on, bro.
It's a Hispanic.
Now, I don't look.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you meant. I thought you meant the potato itself, man. The potato
no,
definitely.
Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, the potato definitely. He's from Jackson. But yeah, I don't think he's racist at all. The creators of it?
I don't think Dr. Zeus was racist.
No, he wasn't racist. I don't think so at all, dude. The Cat in the Hat?
I remember.
That's a black guy.
But my point is,
Horton, here's a who?
Um,
Can you tell that's not racist at all?
America.
It should be Horton, here's a what? Or I don't know. Never mind. Go on. America what?
John Kennedy, man, he just let him. He let him do his thing.
Yeah, but I can't wait to listen to that. It's so funny. It's like, anyway, go ahead, America. What?
And see, that's where ADHD comes in handy.
Yeah, it does. That's so good. He is so funny. He's so funny, man. He's so funny. I just gotta, I made this concerted effort to get him on the show one time, and he won't answer any of my messages.
Yeah, they may not even get through to him.
I got to check with my boy Alex Stein. We're like 18 days away from him coming to Birmingham.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure he's going to stay an extra day so he can come up here to the studio because he's got a show on Sunday. And I'll put it out on my social media because I want you guys to come as well, if you will. I think it'd be cool. We all get out there and pack it out.
It'd be very cool.
It's on a Sunday, but it's at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it ain't anything crazy. You can still get home and get in the bed at a decent time. But we want to make sure he knows Birmingham's going to show him some love. Show him some love. J.D. Vance in Virginia Beach, Virginia, speaking to the troops as far as, I guess honoring them on 250 years of American excellence. I got to take a break, but let me dip into this just for a minute before we do that, just because J.D. Vance is a smooth operator, and he's always got something cool to say.
Number one, he asked you to ensure that we destroyed Iran's conventional military, and as we sit here today, their Navy is at the bottom of the ocean, and they have no ability to project power like they did even 12 months ago. What else did he ask you to do? He asked you to destroy their nuclear program. And now, and trust me, I know because I look at the intelligence estimates, if you look at what our own intelligence says about their nuclear program, they are further away from developing a nuclear bomb than they have ever been since basically the last 20 or 30 years. And that is because of you and because of your hard work. And finally, what the president asks you to accomplish is to destroy the defense industrial base of that country so that if they ever decided to rebuild their military or if they ever decided to rebuild that nuclear program, they would be hard-pressed to do it. And you did that exactly as well. But today, as I sit here, there are people in this country who want you to just keep going and attack the President of the United States for using the leverage that you gave him to engage in negotiation. And why do we engage in negotiation? Because of you, it's not out of weakness, but it's out of strength. And again, I go back to that time that I served in the United States military from 03 to 07. We made a lot of mistakes back then. We did a lot of stupid things back then. You performed ably, but your political leadership did not. And what I remember about that time is that, number one, there were people who learned all the wrong lessons from that moment in history. There were people who learned the lesson that we could never use the military again. But that's not the right lesson, because the military isn't who screwed up in 2003 and 2007. It was the political leadership that screwed up. So that was the wrong lesson to learn. There were also people who learned a different lesson, an equally wrong lesson, that the solution to the problems that we had in the early 2000s was to ask you to do more and more and more and more without giving you a clearly defined objective. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that you deserve to have a clearly defined objective. I think you deserve to have a president of the United States who believes in you and gives you the weapons to win. And I believe that you have a presidential leadership today that will never ask you to go to war unless he's telling you why you're going to war. And most importantly, when he sends you to war, he gives you the tools you need to kick the hell out of the enemy and come home safely. That's what you deserve. And I look at the American media these days, and I hear people who are attacking the President of the United States for negotiating, even though the President is negotiating from a position of strength because of you. He's negotiating from a position where Iran's nuclear program has been destroyed and their conventional military has been destroyed too. And what I notice about the people who are attacking the administration for negotiating is that they're the very same people who, for example, encouraged us to just go a little bit further and just drop a few more bombs in places like Afghanistan. But again, if you go back to the mistakes that were made, those very same people, they refuse to say, what were we dropping bombs for? Now, the President of the United States maintains a lot of options today in 2026. But if he ever asks you to go and drop bombs, it's going to be for something specific, to accomplish something that matters to the American people. We dropped some bombs a couple of days ago. You know why? Because the Iranians were shooting at commercial ships. So we dropped some bombs, we applied some leverage, and we've had free commercial transit for the last 3 days. If the Iranians try to rebuild the nuclear program, the president's got options, again, because of you. If the Iranians try to threaten their neighbors or fund terrorism, we've got options, again, because of you. But what we must never do is drop bombs just for the sake of dropping bombs. And that is what the president will never ask you to do. He'll ask you to go to war, yes, but when he asks you to go to war, he'll tell you exactly what you're going for, and I think that is what you should expect out of your political leadership. You should expect something else, too, and this is where I get into the great work of Jen Kiggins and Doug Collins. You know, one of the most formative experiences of my entire life was after I got out of the Marine Corps. And I was a law school student.
All right, so I'll hop back in here so we can hit our break and we can stay on track. But very, very powerful words. I like the fact that he looked back on the early portions of the 2000s and the mistakes that were made during Afghanistan and Iraq, and pointing out the fact that, no, it was not the military that made the mistakes. It was the political leadership that sent you to the Middle East without a clearly defined mission, just sent you out there to, you know, clear out caves and, you know, fight goat farmers and whatever else, you know, people living in dirt huts and all of this, a disease, the disease of Al-Qaeda and ultimately ISIS that just seemed like there was no plan. And this is so different. This is so much different than what we've dealt with, but we have formed into a society that doesn't remember what it was like back then, to have to deal with that, to have to watch our brave men and women in uniform go and fight these endless wars. And so they're reacting in the way that they're reacting to what's going on in Iran, when every indicator shows us that Iran is completely under control with a clearly defined mission that is being accomplished day after day after day. But we'll talk about that and much more as we go along. 205-545-9950, the line, Talk 99.5. Taylor says in the late 90s, early 2000s, Mark Tremonti has to be considered one of the greatest.
Who?
Mark Tremonti.
Oh, Mark Tremonti. Yeah.
Isn't he from, I think he's from Alter Bridge. Is he the singer?
Yeah, I
or
don't
is
know
he
if
the
he's still
guitarist?
with them or.
You have no idea.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got some Alter Bridge on the playlist.
Okay.
The
right.
song, is it "Addicted to Pain"? I think is the name.
I think that might be it. I'll play it.
I think that's who that is. Sean says Chet Atkins.
Oh man, I forgot about Chet.
He said he was doing hammer-ons and pull-offs.
Yeah.
Well before Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, and also you got to remember Glenn Campbell. Believe it or not, he had all these big, pop hits, but Glenn Campbell could shred a guitar, man, and Roy Clark.
Robbie says, don't forget Phil Keggy.
Dang it, Phil. You see, that's why you can't have a best of list. I mean, they could bring up, Mark Knopfler. I mean, there's, a lot of rock guys. To me, it's harder to distinguish from the rock and metal guys because they're also good and they have, you've got to look for something that's unique within that because their skills are also similar in terms of how well they play.
Yeah. Let's see. Wanda says, please remind people to guard the pups from hot pavement.
Yes, Lord, yes.
If yours would burn, so would pups' feet. Also, please protect from fireworks scare. They'll run away, and if not tagged or chipped, you may never see them again.
Yep, get them a little doggy blanket like you do during a thunderstorm.
Bill says Tremonti is also in Creed. Is that true?
Oh, that's right. He made the move over. I made the move over back in, I think it was 14. Yeah. I don't know.
Billy Strings says Gabe.
Billy Strings, dang it. See? So this could go on all day, and they would be naming incredible guitars. And Eddie Van Halen hated the fact that they had a list of best of. He said it's impossible. It's completely impossible with all the styles and all the genres.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the man that they're calling the greatest even said, no, I'm not the greatest. There's no one person that's the greatest.
Paul Gilbert. Craig says, don't forget about Corey Feldman. I saw that live, by the way. He opened for Limp Bizkit in Oak Mountain.
He can shred that. That what's the name of that solo where it goes. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Mike says Jerry Reed.
Dad burn it. See, all of those guys because they're playing clean guitar.
Randy Rhoads.
See, he didn't get to come to his full potential. Y'all stop this. My head's going to explode.
Yeah, man. There's a lot out there. But we'll never be able to list them all, so we'll move on. How does that sound?
Everyone's the greatest guitarist.
Everybody is the greatest guitarist ever. 205-545-9950 if you want to get in on this Wednesday. Matt Murphy said he'd call in today, by the way. Said he'd call in at 12 because he is off on Thursday and Friday. In Nashville, Cumulus, they're off Thursday and Friday, apparently. So we'll have him today.